This week on SportsFeed KC from the Kansas City Star. Curling and the people who play it. A record setter who guards the goal. Action at an esports arena. And mutton busters learn the ropes. The feed is next.
Hi, I'm Randy Mason, and this is SportsFeed KC, scouring the Metro to show you the games people play. This is the LevelUp Arena, and they're playing esports here in a big way. More on that in just a bit. But first, how do you feel about curling? There are folks around town who feel pretty strongly about it. Monty Davis slides you into the world of stones, hammers, and bonspiels.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I'm not competitive at all. Yeah. No, I'm not sports minded. Hard! That's just me by nature. I'm just vocal and obnoxious.
They got a tough shot to do here.
My husband, I watched him for 3 years, and then I said, well, maybe I should try it, and then I got hooked. Oh, what I enjoy the most, the strategy. That slider kind of feels like a chess game in a way. You kind of try to plan ahead. The skip with the captain tells you where to put the stone, and you try to have the right speed, the right angle, and try to put it exactly where he says to put it, to put the stone. And that's the key. Okay, right in line. Slow down, slow down, slow down. When you sweep, you try to make it go straighter and further. Is the idea of the sweeping. Yes. Easy to learn, but hard to master.
Well, I've been curling for almost 20 years now here in Kansas City. I learned here in Kansas City. I'd never curled anywhere else before. And the bulk of my curling has been on arena ice. But last year we got this club that we're in today, and the ice now is perfect. It's ideal for curling, and it's so much better.
This will be my 9th year. I started up at Line Creek, went to a Learn to Curl. My son and daughter-in-law had been curling, and they told me how much fun they were having, so they asked me to come out and try it, and I did, and here I am.
Well, there's several things that appeal to me about it. First of all, the physical activity, so it's more physical than you think. The other part is the strategy. It's not just moving a piece like chess, it's actually, now you got to make it happen. And then there's the social part, which is, the warm room we're in here right now is where afterwards we all get together and socialize and have a few drinks.
Good curling, Lee.
Good curling, Lucy. But I had watched it on the Olympics as well. It didn't look that difficult, although it is pretty difficult to master. It is an easy game to play, and it's a lot of fun. Curling comes from the motion that the stone takes when you rotate it. So as you deliver the stone, if you rotate that stone in a clockwise direction, the stone will curl to the right. If you rotate the stone in a counterclockwise direction, it'll curl to the left.
We're winning right now with 1 point until Ian shoots his red one and demolishes our story here.
Score the most points. And you score a point by putting the stone closest to the center of the ice, the center of that house. So if you have one stone that's closer than your opponent's stones, then you'll score 1 point. If you have 3 stones that are closer to the center, then you'll score 3 points. And that score is taken for every end, and you typically play 8 ends in a game, or like innings.
They're either going to try and come in and raise that guy up into here, or they're going to bump this guy up into here. You need a reasonable balance, which almost everybody has. But then it's just a matter of just trying it and seeing if it fits your lifestyle and you can enjoy it.
We call it a sport that's available for people 8 to 80. Yeah, it's really growing. And I mean, that's part of the reason why we tried so hard to build a dedicated facility here in Kansas City. The closest dedicated ice is in Owatonna, Minnesota, 380 miles away. So it makes it a very big attraction for the Kansas City area.
We have different leagues set up. We have leagues for recreational, for those that just want to play and have fun. And then there's also competitive leagues for those that really want to compete and win and have that desire and drive, which some of us do and some of us don't. And so that can appeal for everyone.
We're going in.
In soccer, goalies have very distinctive spaces they're allowed to move around in. But as George Howard will show you, Jackson McWilliams, a junior at Tonganoxie High School, is the kind of student athlete that's definitely going places.
I had the chance to sit down with Jackson McWilliams, and let me tell you, this kid is special. Let us dive in first to him having 500 saved goals in soccer, the only player in Kansas to do it.
I broke the save record last year for a single season, had 271. Coming into this season, we wanted to do something more, and we didn't get there this year, but still another great season. And for me, I didn't really know how the season was going to go because 6 months ago, got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
Even after Jackson was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, he still managed to get 229 saves this past season. With that kind of dedication and perseverance, it comes as no surprise to his coach.
Great person, and he's a true leader to our boys on the field and off the field. For him to be diagnosed 6 months ago and he played a full season, and he played club too with it, and just to see, like, he doesn't let it slow him down one bit, and it's really impressive. Just not even just getting through it, but just how much he doesn't let it affect him as well at the same time.
Jackson holds the Kansas State record with 500 saves, and his accomplishments don't stop there. He also plays football for Tonganoxie High School and is currently ranked the #1 kicker in the entire state. If you think that's impressive, he also holds over a 4.0 GPA in the classroom. Jackson McWilliams is a kid going places, and we here at SportsFeed KC are eagerly waiting to see where he goes.
Got to tell you real quickly about another high school athlete who overachieved this fall. As a freshman on the Shawnee Mission East golf team, Ella Slicker went undefeated, including winning the state title. Ella hopes to play at the college level, but for now, look for her on the basketball court.
Esports, or competitive gaming, is growing by leaps and bounds. Kansas City has a professional team, the Pioneers, and an arena where players do battle in Halo, Madden, Fortnite, and other virtual worlds, both in person and online. LevelUp, tucked inside the Hy-Vee Arena, is also home base for student esports teams from the Monarchs Academy. It's all the brainchild of two former gaming pros who learned firsthand how esports and physical sports have a lot in common.
That hand-eye coordination, communication, just reflexes, being able to, think on the spot, quick thinking, quick decision making. There's so many synergies between the two, and there's other skill sets that you learn with gaming that are applicable to the skill sets that pro athletes also see. That also translates to life and real life jobs. I think this is our 64th week in a row of running this tournament. It's called Code Red Weekly, and so we'll have about probably 40 to 50 local Super Smash Brother enthusiasts and pro players come out here and compete for about, I think it's $500 to $700 of prize pool money. It gets competitive. Every now and then you'll see some fun reactions from the players as they either make a big play or make a big upset. Traditional sports, most typically you go from high school to college and then get drafted and go professional. That's not the case for esports. There's no path to pro. It's much more self-driven and how you're able to market yourselves and getting that out there. Our goal is to win and get better. That's what we want to do. We want to be able to teach these kids, this is how you practice to win. There's a lot that goes into becoming a pro gamer outside of just sitting in front of your computer and playing for 8 hours.
LevelUp is here in the old Kemper Arena, next to the American Royal Arena in the West Bottoms. This is the time of the year when the old Royal Rodeo always came to town, but it's been moved to the spring. However, our colleagues in Fort Worth just got back from the North Texas Rodeo, all fired up about mutton busting.
Mutton busting is a unique event that we came up with to kind of get our younger competitors interested in the sport of rodeo. The kids get on the back of a sheep and then they turn that sheep loose. The best skill is just to grab a handful of fur and hang on. So it's pretty popular here in Erath County.
It's like a first step for them, and it gets them around the other kids and teaches them how to, just socialize and kind of get a feel for what's coming next. So they all get to get on and fall off and learn how to lose before they learn how to win. So I think it's just a stepping stone for them. It gets them started here. Dig down deep with your legs. There you go. Get ready.
The one secret, all them kids, they hug and they get down on the sheep and hug. Well, the best thing to do is sit on the sheep and sit up and watch where you're going.
And that is it for this edition of SportsFeed KC. We've taken you to demolition derbies, croquet and pickleball courts, talked scoregami and guardian caps. Time to take a break and think up some new catchphrases. For the Kansas City Star, I'm Randy Mason. See you soon.